Hello and welcome to the Hollis Chapman Show. I am Hollis. Happy Friday to you all. I hope you all had a great week. Head into a great weekend, safe weekend. Here in Tempe, Arizona, it's going to be a nice weekend, about 70s all weekend, so that's nice. We had a little rain this week, so that's real nice. We like that. Okay, hey, we're very excited. We have a special guest joining us today. She just checked in, so that's awesome. Let me just put you on hold for a second and let's introduce our special guest. Hold on 1 second.
Mhm.
Hi, Ivana. How you doing, ma'am?
Hi, thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Hey, we're very excited to have you here. I know you've been through this when you first started, but we're kind of starstruck. See, I'm living my dreams going through you with, Brad Pitt and Halle Berry. So I'm going through you being our
Mhm.
starstruck. Okay, our special guest, let me introduce you. Our special guest is here to promote her new book. And it's awesome. She's done some great things. She's worked with some great actors, and she's going to talk to us about her new book and how she worked with transforming some of these actors to be better actors and actresses. That's awesome stuff. So without further ado, let's welcome to the show our very special guest, Miss Ivana Chubbuck. Hi, ma'am.
Hi there.
Hey, again, thank you very much for joining us. And we gotta say before we continue, rest in peace, Iceman, because I watched a lot of his stuff and his great stuff. So it was real sad to see him go. But since we do talk to actors all the time, I'm sure it kind of stuck a nerve with you a little bit too this week when he passed. But thank you very much for joining us. Kind of tell us more about yourself and your business and your book. Go ahead.
Okay, that's a long story. But the bottom line is my philosophy. My
Yeah.
philosophy um, is understanding that pain in your life, insecurities and fears, are things that most people self-destruct with, have shame from, and are defeated by. But my philosophy is that very same notion of pain is a very powerful fuel to overcome and win with. And so it's about making choices for the character, whether this is also for writers and directors too. I work with all of the above because writers, directors, and actors all tell the same story together, and it's important that that they work together as a team. And so the idea that what we want to do is use the pulpit of movies, television, theater to be able to change the world in a way that's subliminal and not so in your face the way the world is in this particular point in time, where everybody has opinions and those opinions are very strict and severe. And so in the world of art, we can make messages of importance, messages that you can follow your dreams. You're never too old, or it's not about the way you look, and it's not about having connections. It's about being able to say, I can take the things that have happened to me and see. I call it pain equals prosperity. If because it is so. It's about spinning the reality of making taking the same things that generally hurt most of the population and say, let me look at this differently. How do I solve, and evolve, and ultimately have catharsis with this information through my work as an actor, writer, or director, and therefore passing that along to the people that are watching. So you know how, like, sometimes when you're watching something, you find yourself going like, I don't know why, but I'm just not into this, so I'm going to turn the channel,
Yeah.
or I'm not going to watch any more of this, or that special something that makes you want to stick around and just binge. Why is that the case? It's because one is depressing, one is truthful, and it may be wonderful acting and it could be a good story, but if the people who are doing, especially actors and directors and writers, are telling a story that say it is someone who's hit bottom, but they're doing everything they can to overcome and achieve whatever it is that they want, and just the attempt to win and to overcome makes a dynamic person. because most people are defeated by the same information. And those very few special people are the people that say that I'm going to win in spite of and because
Mm.
of the things that have happened to me. And so that's basically the philosophy of what's in the book, of how to, a very simple, practical way. It's a 12-step program, and everything has all the formulas of different ways to feel fear organically, or to feel stoned when you don't have to take anything, drunk, and there are so many things that are in this book that have the ability to practically put you into an organic reality of really feeling it for real, but more importantly, using it to proactively accomplish something.
Outstanding. Thanks for sharing that. You know, working with people you work with, I'm sure behind the scenes, and you probably have, you won't say everything you've seen, but you probably sit there and they come into your office and you've seen stories, you've heard stories, stuff like that. How do you bring it down? How do you sit there and say, okay, let's concentrate on what you got going next? I mean, what was really nice, I'm sure it probably floored you too, is when Halle Berry accepted her speech and mentioned you. So that they
Yes.
gave you the credibility, they gave you wow. But then then they start knocking on your door. Oh, I want to go. I want to go. I want to make you get me an Oscar. How do you, how do you determine who speaks to you? And how do you determine how that all happens where it lays out for you? Because now you're up there. Now it's like, hey, okay, hold on. It takes
Okay.
a step. Go ahead, man.
Okay, no, I'm listening to you going like, okay, so many answers, so little time. Okay, so I it's not about my having an opinion about these people. I so many people that I've helped become stars, and I put that in quotes, stars, because they're just people who work really hard and take chances in the choices that they've made, and that they've earned the right of their position. But I see everybody as a possible, and again in quotes, star, because that's not really what's important to people. People who set out to become a star generally will never be one.
Yeah.
It's the people that say, I just want to do the best work. I want to be respected for the work I do. I want to be proud of the work that I do. And I am going to have a work ethic. I'll just give you a quick Brad Pitt story. He was, he worked so hard in class. Everything was, he rehearsed 2 to 3 hours a day on his scenes. And to the point where his scene partners would complain that he wanted to rehearse too much.
Mm.
And that's where all the really great people, that's who they are. I mean, Charlie Theron used to sit in the back with a sandwich in between in her lunch hour from filming, and just be watching scenes for that hour, and then go back to set. It's just that the just being hungry to learn and to keep growing, and also very importantly to make bold choices. You want to make bold choices in your work, in any job that you're in. It doesn't have to be acting or even in the entertainment industry at all. It's just when you take chances, it will open up doors for you, because there's most people are so afraid to take chances for fear,
Mm.
and they make safe choices in whatever it is that they do, and safety begets safe results. It's like nothing much happens.
Yeah.
Now, so the idea of when I meet these people, they're most of these people were broke, were living in the cars. Travis Fimmel, I think you know him from Vikings. He used to, unbeknownst to anybody in the school, used to sleep in the school,
Mm.
and then wash himself in the bathroom at the studio, and then leave in time for before the class started. And it was like there's so many stories like that. It's just people
Yeah.
just wanted to just be just respect what they did. They had passion for what they do, and they were willing to take the chance, because it's a very difficult business, that they would fail because they loved it that much.
Beautiful. You know, I thank you for sharing that with about the actors and stuff like that, because I'm a sports person, and when you see stories about Steph Curry and Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, they see the finished product on the court. They don't realize it takes hours and hours. You know, they got to. You know, Kobe shot 5,000 shots before he even went into his next practice, and same thing with Jordan. Same thing with Curry. The same thing with acting. Hours